I know people are going to ask me, well, what sprinkler kind am I talking about? This right here is called Orbit. Orbit makes this, and they also make the Beehive. The product's amazing, and they're very, very easy to do. All you do is you hook it up to your hose, and you can daisy chain it on the other side. You take that part off, and you can keep daisy chaining them to the next, to the next, to the next, and that's how you can water the grass. And you can stick them wherever you want. You want to put it further in the grass, you want to bring it back, you want to put it next to the bark mulch so people can't see it. That's how I did it. But you can't always do that. There's going to be time and points where it won't always get to where you need to be. There's parts of section in my grass where it won't get, where I have to physically get out there and water it, or I'll just take one of these and hook it up to my hose, take my other hose and bring it out to the section and put it there. And that's the way that I do it, because you're not going to be able to get everything and everywhere. It's impossible unless you have a real irrigation system. Like I said, they cost tons of money. This is the way to do it. These are only 20 bucks, and think about, so you're in it for a couple $100, and now you have completely all done. I have two zones. I have the front, and then I have the back. That's all I have. I don't have to worry about anything else. I set it to what I need. The Beehive is amazing because you can actually set up whatever you want. You put in what kind of loom do you have. If you have slopes, what kind of grass you have. Is it very rainy? Is it very sunny? Is it shade? Is it not shade? Whatever you want, it will tell you. And all of a sudden, once you put all your information in, it creates this algorithm of how much water and how much you need all by itself. And also, if you buy the Beehive that connects to the Wi-Fi, it will talk to the weather. You put in a weather station that's close to your house, and it will work with the weather. And so it understands, okay, well, it's going to rain tomorrow, and it'll tell the Beehive, all right, it's going to rain tomorrow. Let's stop this for 24 hours. And then it calculates it from there. So you don't have to do anything except for sit back at your home, put your feet up, and it will do it by itself. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's going to be times like right now in August where you're going to have to just change it and be like, all right, well, it's one day on, one day off. I need to start watering the grass again. So you can actually physically change it and lower it. Say, okay, I want more water today. And I do it all the time right now. I'll change it and set the moisture level to like 15. So it will go tomorrow and the next day or whatever I need to do. I just play around with it. But without that, you'd have to physically come out here and turn the spigots on, all the time. Wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, or like I set mine for 3 in the morning, and it's all done by 6 a.m. That's what you want to do. So you don't want to wake up at 3 in the morning and turn it on and then let it go till 6 and then get up at 6 and shut it off. That's just a pain. These are just a game changer, a life changer, and it's helped me to get my grass greener than it would be right now, because most people's aren't green right now because of the hot weather. And people don't understand that you have to know what kind of soil you have to know how much to water. If you have sandy loam, then you can water all day every day and it doesn't matter. If you have loam, then it's gonna sit in there and you're gonna have to figure it out. It's all about figuring out what kind of grass, what kind of soil, what you have. You have to know all this stuff to really understand how to do things. And if you don't, it's just a learning curve. You learn it and you figure out, and then you just do it. Once you know how to do these things, it's really not that hard. You just go through the process of things, put down the fertilizers and the things that you need, and then the watering. It's just really, that's all it is. But if you don't know these things, you could pull your hair out and try to figure out like, well, I don't know what to do here. What do I do? And it's happened to me where I bought the house. I started off really great. I put too much water in and started watering in March, and I got fungus because what happens is if you water and you get humid times, and it stays like that, and you have water that's on top of the grass, and at nighttime it's really humid out, it will cause fungus. So I got fungus, and it got all over the grass, and it caused problems. And it just started from there. And I didn't know whether I was watering too much or watering too less, so I hired a professional to come out to the house. That's all he does, is strictly deal with grass. And I asked him, just to give me the information that I need. And I was doing everything right, and all he told me was, you just need a little more water. That's it. And he, showed me how he tested the soil, and showed me what kind of type of loam I had. And then from there, it was only a couple things he told me. The rest I already knew, but it was worth it for me, because now that little piece, that just that little piece that I didn't know, now I know everything, and now I could just do it on my own. I don't need to go out and spend, you know, $1,200 to have the best grass in the world, because the only way you're gonna have really, 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 really green grass is if you spend a lot of money, and you have a lot of money. I mean, there's ways of getting it, you know, depending on where you're at, and if you don't really, you know, work a lot or whatever, but that's the truth of the matter. If you have a lot of money, you'll probably have really good grass. My grass isn't like amazingly green, but it's pretty green for right now in August, and all I do is really just water. I haven't even put fertilizer down yet. I might not even put it down in August. I bought it, but I probably might not put it down, and maybe just put down the last one in, you know, September, and call it a day. You know, it's easy once you figure these things out and you learn and watch YouTube. You could do it all by yourself in a matter of like a couple months. So I'm just giving my knowledge to you guys so you guys can figure it out, because I had to do it the hard way and spend a couple bucks. But you know what? If I could give my knowledge to you guys, then maybe it would be easier for other people to figure it out and understand. Because all my friends asked me how I did it or how to do it. So I said, you know what? Maybe I'll make a video and show people how to do it an easier way, and how to, on a budget. You know, it's easy and it's not hard. Just to really do the research what kind of grass you have, what kind of grass. You know, my grass is a fine fescue mixed with tall fescue. So, and I'll show you guys. This is a fine fescue, and this would be a tall fescue right here. So this is tall fescue, and this is fine fescue. So once you know the difference between them, you can understand, you know, is it a cool weather? Is it summer weather? Mine's cool weather. So once you can figure out from there and get the pieces of the puzzle to what you need, you'll be all set, and you can dial in your grass to the way you want. And there's different products out there you could use, but it's not the product, it's how you use the product. Reading the labels, reading of what it says to do, and how to do it. Don't just buy the stuff and then say, I'm just going to put it down and hope for the best. You can, but it's not going to work. Just read the labels, and most of the products are all the same, but you probably want to use stuff that has more organic stuff in it. I use Scott's. I started with Scott's, and it works really good. And the guy that came to my house that looked at it said, I usually tell people don't use Scott's, but it's working for you. Keep on using it. So I said, all right, I'll keep on using it. But I wanted to put better things into there, because if you have sandy loam, you're not going to have a lot of good nutrition that's in the ground, because the water's just going to seep right through it. So all your fertilizers that holds into the loam is just going to get watered right down. So you have to put more of this stuff down. So if I could put more organic stuff into the soil, it's going to help the grass more, because I can't lock it in. It can't be locked in because I have sandy loam. It's good and it's bad, but it's good because I can water as much as I want, and it's really not going to do anything. I mean, other than if it was a really humid day, you know, all day, all night. When it's humid, you don't really want to water as much, because there's already water in the air, so you really don't want to water as much. But when it's on these dry days, it's really hot, just straight dryness, that's when you really want to water. When it's humid out, you don't have to worry as much. So I hope this helps you guys understand a little bit about it, because there's so many things out there that people don't understand, and they tear their hair out. I did. So hope you guys get it. If you have any questions, comment down below and let me know. Have a good one.